Hi guys, today we will be seeing how to create a DHCP server and how to send DNS packets over it. So let's go over to Cisco Packet Tracer. So this is our created network. We are having a Google server that is having a dedicated IP address that is 192.168.1.1. What we are trying to do is give it uh, a IP address that PC can access and browse the specific website over it. So we'll be creating a dedicated DNS server. The settings and configurations are that we have to first assign static IP address to it. .1.1 is also already assigned to Google. Now we are assigning 1.2 to the DNS server, and then we will be have to turn on the HTTP and HTTPS on. Then we have to go to DNS settings, and there we have to add the record with the name of the website and the address of it. The address includes the IP address of that server that we want to access using the DNS record name. So we have already created this. Now, if I want to assign the pool of IPs using DHCP, I have to go to the dedicated DNS server. Then in this DHCP setting, I have to turn it on and select the group of IPs that I need to give it to individual PCs. So I have already created this. I have started giving the IPs using 1.3 as 1.2 and 1.1 is already assigned. So we will be starting from 1.3 and maximum number of users is 3 as I have only 3 pieces right now. You can change it to whatever you want. So, and also make sure that we have assigned the DNS server the IP address of the dedicated DNS server that we are currently in. This will allow the PCs to access the Google IP address, the list of DNS IPs properly. So let's simulate one of the packets. So what we have to do is go to any of the PCs. Let's say we are going to PC1. Go to desktop, then select web browser and type in the DNS name that we have given, www.google.com, and simulate it over here. First, let's see in real time that we are able to access it or not. Let's see what is the error. Let's see assign the DHCP. Now the DNS server is resolved. Now again we will go to the www.google.com. So go see this is working. Welcome to Google. So now what we have to do is simulate this packet. Now select the go button and see this packet is over here. Now we will traverse one by one. This packet has gone to the switch. The switch will send it to the dedicated DNS server. This DNS server has received the packet. Now it will go back to the switch and request and tell the PC that it has the following IP or the IP address that it is asking to open. So it will go again, and then the dedicated DNS server has now uh, passed on the request to the server that is being requested by the user. Now this request is going back to the PC. See, this is now successfully has been reached to the PC. So see, this is the HTTP protocol being used by default. As you can see, the application layer is being used here. And If we go to this source IP address and destination IP addresses. This is the HTTP header. This is the destination port of the HTTP. Now, after this is done, we are moving on to our second task, that we have to create this step of network of networks, and we have to add our own some of the web servers and implement DNS and add records of your web servers. So I've already created this scenario. So what I have done is, in the existing network, I have added two more of the DNS servers, separate websites that will be Twitter and YouTube. And for this network, I have created a dedicated DNS and DHCP server that will be assigning the DHCP IPs to these devices, as well as the keeping the records of this Twitter and YouTube in this server. So I have to assign the DHCP IPs, which I have left now. So let me do that. So this is done. We have assigned all the DHCP IPs as well as created the DNS records in this dedicated DNS server. So now moving on to this second network, I have not done any of the steps. So let me just configure the DNS for this server. So first we need to assign an IP to this. First, let's assign the IPs to these two websites. So I'm going to assign, as this is another network, we will be assigning 192.168.2.1, and to this one, as we have already assigned 2.1 to the other one, 192.168.2.2. Now to assign to this one, that will be 92.168.2.2.3. So let's configure the dedicated DNS. First, the Facebook website. The HTTPS is on, and let's edit the HTML so that we can clearly see what we are accessing. Facebook. Save this. And then go to Instagram. Then go to services. HTTPS on. Then edit this HTML and change this to Instagram. So now this is done. Now head over to the dedicated DNS server and configure the DHCP settings. We have to turn it on. Name this server pool 1. As we have assigned 3 IPs to this, from ranging from .1 till .3. Now we have to start it from .4 so that the PCs can have a different IPs than these servers. So we have 4 devices. I'm giving that max number of users to 4. Now add this. So this is now added. Now head over to DNS records and turn it on, and assign some names to these IPs of Facebook and Instagram. www.facebook.com. IP of this one was, let me check, it was 192.168.4.1. Add this one. Now similarly for Instagram, instagram.com, and add this one 192.168.2.2. Now this is added, and now we need to ensure that the DNS dedicated DNS server have a DNS server IP address that is 192.168.2.1. If we are not giving this IP address, the PCs will not be able to resolve the names and it will give an error. Now this is done. Let me save it and let's try to run a package. Let me access www.facebook.com. Let me see what. Oh, we have not assigned the DHCP. Now this is assigned. The DNS server is also assigned. Then similarly, we have to do this for all of the end devices. Now this is done. Let me send a packet to this laptop and let's go to the web browser and type in www.instagram.com and press go. See what's the issue. Oh, so the error is we have not assigned the correct DNS server. This was 2.3. So I have done a mistake here. Let's try to access that again. Instagram. Let's first go to this DHCP and then again refresh these settings. Now this is 2.3. Similarly, we have to do this for all the PCs. Now we need to send a packet to check whether it's working now or not. Let's check www.instagram.com. See, now this is working. So we have successfully been able to access the servers using the dedicated DNS server. Now let's simulate it and see. Now what if I wanted to access youtube.com? Host name is unresolved due to the dedicated DNS server. It is assigned to this PC. Yeah, leave it. Just we need to check if the packet is working or not. Let's simulate it. www.instagram.com. See, this is working. Now let's simulate the packet. How is it is going? This is the PC4. This goes to switch. Switch then goes to the dedicated DNS server by through another switch. So now the DNS server then gives the address of the the server of the Instagram to go, address of the Instagram. Then the switch is routing it to the PC. Then we have found the location. It is making the request. Then it is going to the server. The server has responded. Now the packet is going from the server back to the PC. So this is how the HTTP is working. Same is the case for if we type in HTTPS, only the difference would be the transport layer security TLS that we will be using in the layer 6. This is the same as we have seen before.